Welcome to this 3D Readers demo called The Wave. We always start a lesson with the learning goals. The student would log into the system, and the first thing they do is try to activate prior knowledge. Imagine you're dropping a stone in a pond. How would you measure the length of the waves? This response is not scored automatically by Mina, but the teacher can go back and look at it. Keep this question in mind as you read the following story. First, they take a pretest with 7 items. They do not receive feedback about how they're doing in the pretest. Then they get into the text, and you can see down here how navigation works. You can see where they are within the entire program. They begin to read the text. And they can see how many pages are here. When they hit a vocabulary word, they can click on that, and then the definition is within the sentence and it's highlighted. It's often within the paragraph or the sentence itself. They're always warned before they do a strategy. You're about to do a strategy, would like to reread anything else. Now pretend you're a teacher. What question would you ask to check your student's understanding of the story so far? You will be scored. Why did she want to measure a wave? This is a question the student should answer later in the program. That received a 4 out of a 6. Grabbing a towel to dry dishes, Mom continued, so they read more text. More vocabulary words show up. And now they're going to do another strategy. This time it's a visual strategy. Imagine a carved out log. It looks like a long narrow bowl you would use to feed animals. Click continue and you have pictured the carved out log. We built in a time lag so that the student has time to really visualize what they've seen, and in the training module they're taught that this is a strategy that's good for their brain to help them remember what they've read in the text. Shamika made the picture in her head. They read more text. All of our texts are about 2,000 words in length. And they're warned about the next strategy, which is going to be an interactive visual strategy. So now they've got to show what they learned by building or creating what they've just read about. Drag the words from the toolbox to the correct part of the wave. Click continue to watch your computer do the first one. Now it's your turn. Match the words. They have 3 chances to get this correct, and every time they miss, the score goes down. So let's see, wave length, wave height, and trough. Oops, those 2 were wrong. So let's try this again. Wave length, wave height, submit. Good job. It took me 2 tries to match the 3 items out of the possible 3. Therefore, I got a 50%. Using the grid, measure the wave's height and length and enter your answers here. So here's another way to also see if they understand the concepts of length and height. So the length is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. The height is going to be half of this distance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we have one more page of text, and then we go into the post-test. This time, the student will receive automatic feedback regarding how correct they are. They received a 1 out of 1 because they're on the first question. Crest similar to a valley, I'll get that wrong. So now this is showing that they're at 50% because they've gotten 1 wrong out of the 2. Measuring stick. Gotten 2 correct. It's tallying along. Trough, a wave, wave's lowest point. Strategy. Let's also say a wave's lowest point. See how the green bar was going down, and now they're getting feedback about which would have been the correct answer. Find the exact size is to measure. And finally, equidistant, the same distance apart. Now we get to the fun automated text scoring algorithm called HEMA, and you can see it do its work. How do you measure a wave's length? You measure with a ruler. That is actually a correct answer. Skip over that. How could making an image in your mind by using the brain cloud strategy help you understand the story? A strategy is like a tool. The brain cloud is like glue to help the image stay in you, to help you remember the image and parts of the story. Okay, that got a 3. And anytime you get a 3 or less, it'll take you back into the passage and show you. Okay, it's 4. Should probably be a 5. When Shamika said, that corn is going to be like me, what did she mean? Shamika meant that she would be bobbing around in the water like the corn on the top of the wave. Let's see what happens when I put a typo in there. Wants me to correct that, so it's a red line. Now let's see what happens. Ooh, that got a 6. Very good answer. Why did Shamika think she had to make a wave stand still? She thought it had to stand still so she could measure it with a ruler. So, for the final scores, we give them feedback, both percent correct, 71, and translate that to a letter score. For visual strategies, they got an A+. For the verbal strategies, a C, and making up questions. And then finally, for the final questions, all 6 that were answered, the average was a C.